Alrighty, hey everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Anthony Carpino.
I'm Briceyda Landaverde.
And I'm Jeremy Chen.
And we just wanted to talk to you guys about the big UCONN Huskies win over South Carolina. Guys, it was an amazing game.
So much excitement and so much emotion, too. Like, we saw Jeremy, he was at stores, and to see all the fans just cheering and the excitement. But then, like, watching Paige just make history, really cement her legacy at UConn. Look at the fans. You can see right there.
Right there.
Jeremy, if you want to just talk about what that environment was like.
Oh, I mean, inside Gamble Pavilion, it was rocking. I mean, literally.
It's a good way to put it.
It'll be the best way I could put it. There's the men's basketball team right there, Alex Caravan, you just saw over there. You see a picture of Paige Bueckers and KK Arnold on that flag. I mean, it was absolutely rocking in there. Even when we just, before the game even started, the pregame stuff and everything like that, they were showing the players on the screen and everything. They had the ESPN feed, and you could palpably hear the students, and it was all ear splitting, cheer when Paige Bueckers showed up, Gino showed up, the UConn players showed up. The minute it went to like a South Carolina player or Dawn Staley, just huge amount of boos, just boos everywhere.
Aww.
I was like, dang.
Poor Dawn.
It was funny because we were talking about this on the 6 o'clock show. Yeah. So when I was growing up in Coventry, and the men's and the women's team won, there was just so much noise. It was so loud that I could hear it from Coventry. I walked outside, and you can hear this faint roar in the distance. So they can get loud at Gamble. They can get really loud, and it's just awesome.
And I think that just shows, like, the faithfulness, right? The faithful fans of Connecticut, of UConn, that they are just so loud and so excited. And this has been a long time waiting for the UConn women's to get another title. The last time was 2016. So almost a decade, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close. And, this brings in number 12 for them, and it's just a nice even dozen. We love it.
Yes, of course. I know they were stuck on 11 for 9 years, although a 9-year drought is a long time for UConn. For other women's basketball programs, that's like nothing
right,
for them compared to how the standard that the UConn women's basketball team has set. I mean, it is what Coach Gino Auriemma has done is completely unprecedented, to be honest. Like, no other team can even match, even if they double the number of championships, can match what Gino has done.
He really has built something incredible at UConn.
It's amazing, and I want to show you guys this video too. If this will load here for us. That's the same one. Hold on.
Technology.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We have some really cool drone video. If the computer would love to cooperate with me.
Today, actually, Gabby was saying this in her live report at 6, but it's actually 30 years exactly from when the women actually won their first title. So it just shows you, like, the great legacy over, 30 years, what Gino has done with the team, with the players.
Yeah. And even before that, he took on a team, and UConn was relatively unknown. What was it, like the 80s? He's been there for a while. But this was before UConn was a known name in basketball, period.
Exactly.
Men's or women's. And to see him build that program and then get his first championship in 95, obviously, with Rebecca Lobo and everyone. That, I mean, just building from that and then exceeding that standard, I mean.
And to this, look at this.
Yeah, to this, exactly.
And I'm going to back this up, too. There you go.
Oh, yes.
That was, Jeremy, I believe that was when everyone was coming out of Gamble after they won. Did you get a chance to go outside at all and talk with some folks? I know Amanda was out there.
Yeah, I did not because I spent most of my time inside. We did get students, speaking of students inside, I noticed a lot of them were like rushing to get out to just, scream in the air and everything like that.
Hopefully keep everything safe.
Exactly. I want to point out, like, if you notice outside, all the light poles right outside Gamble Pavilion have been removed, if you remember last year.
Yes.
We do.
So that might have been a smart move. But I will say, for the most part, the UConn students this time, after the women won, very well behaved. No issues that I know of, at least publicly, to us.
I mean, first of all, just the incredible season that the women's had this year. Incredible. We were kind of talking about this off to the side as well. It's one thing to go into, any one of these games and have just a huge like score
Blowout,
and just a blowout win. I mean, this was what 30 points difference
30
at one
plus.
point.
30
You look at the game, the last game that they played, it was another just huge margin there.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
And both times I thought they were going to be a lot closer than what we saw. So
Yeah.
it speaks to like I think their resilience. That's the word for it. Their just ability to like the big three were playing big today.
Yeah.
You know,
Really
they were doing all that they could on that court, and it was amazing to see that.
Absolutely. I think in this particular tournament in particular, like they basically blew out. I think almost except my alma mater USC. Aside from that,
Oh yes.
They blew out every other team by like 30 plus.
California.
Southern California,
Yes.
not South Carolina. The real USC, might I add.
The real USC.
The real USC.
My last job, I was in Georgia. I was in Augusta, Georgia, and right on the South Carolina line. So there's some disagreement on that statement.
Okay. Let's bring them back to UConn.
Yes,
Yeah,
but bring it back to UConn. But the women's team, like they just completely obliterated all the other teams by like 30 plus points. I think they won the first game by 69. I mean, they like once they get on a roll on offense, they're extremely difficult to stop.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the emotionality of it, like seeing after they won, Paige giving everyone hugs, and then really embracing Gino for a really long time. You know, they didn't let go for, I don't know, a few seconds, few minutes, but you could see at one point she kind of covered her face because I think she was crying a bit. And it really brought tears, but also shows you the relationship that they've built over the years that she's been there.
Yeah.
What this means to her. And then when ESPN was interviewing Gino, he was asked, like, what did you say to her, like, when you guys were embracing in a hug?
Yeah.
And he said, I told her I love her. Like, I love you.
Yeah.
And it's just so heartwarming to see that coach-player relationship. And now she's going to go into the draft and see where she goes.
It's just been incredible to watch Paige. I know we're gonna have the whole special about her as well.
Yeah.
And just watching the progression, like you kind of said, with everybody too, and just kind of seeing how everyone is kind of just it's been incredible. It's been amazing to watch.
And her injuries, I mean, you know, Gabby and Matt have really highlighted this, the injuries that she's had through her career, and she didn't have a title throughout her career, and that doesn't define
Paige Bueckers just kind of decided to take over the game in a way and just kind of build that lead and then facilitate to her other teammates to keep it.
I want to be Paige Bueckers.
No, she has definitely inspired so many little girls, especially here all across, maybe not just across Connecticut, but all over New England.
The nation too.
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
I mean, she is absolutely a generational talent. You could describe the same as Caitlin Clark, like last year. They had that battle in the Final Four last year, and in a way, I felt like it was almost like the passing of the torch in a way, because Caitlin Clark obviously moved on to the WNBA with Paige. This is her moment and everything like that. There was a potential passing the torch moment when they played USC with Juju Watkins. Unfortunately, she got hurt. But for right now, this is Paige's moment. And with her winning the national championship, there is literally nothing left for her to prove on the college level.
No.
It's time for her to move on.
I love how humble she is, too. I feel like whenever she's asked, you know, like, how did you do that? How did you score 40 points? She was like, because of my teammates, because I had help. And to give credit to her whole team for her success is a huge thing as a player.
No, I mean, it definitely is. We have the news coming up at 11 o'clock. Jeremy, what do you got going on for us?
So we'll have more student reaction from inside Gamble Pavilion. We'll give you the sights and the sounds from inside the arena to show you how rocking it was during that time.
Did you do any chants?
I did not.
No.
I did not do any chants.
Jeremy.
It feels, I'm not going to lie, for me, it feels, especially at a school I never went to, and this applies to like every other market, worked in Vegas, covered UNLV sports, worked in Eureka, California, worked Humboldt State sports. Like, it feels weird chanting another school's thing on my alma mater, you'll see that's one thing. But chanting another school's, chances, it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I would still do it.
Yeah, I'll do it for the Yard Goats, though. Okay. Absolutely.
Go Goats. I mean,
Go Goats.
They're another one too. They had some incredible wins. They had some wins, some losses. Yesterday they lost. I mean, it was chilly, it was cold, yada yada. But it was great. We are also gonna have Amanda. She's gonna be giving us a story and update as well. And then of course we have Gabby and Matt. We're very busy right now, getting everything together. They're in Tampa, and of course we're gonna hear more from them. We got a couple comments here on Facebook, and I think we agree with you, Katie. Beyond psyched for these champions. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, they deserve it 100%. I mean, not just Paige herself, but I mean, Sarah Strong's going to have, a lot to look forward with her career at UConn. She's just getting started.
Oh my God, I can't believe she's a freshman.
And she's a freshman.
She's playing like a senior.
Yeah,
exactly.
She just has to leave it all on the court.
Like, she's going to try to build her own legacy in stores. And then obviously you have AZ Fudd. I believe she's coming back next year, so they're going to try to run it back again. This time, obviously, without Paige, but maybe they'll I don't quite remember off the top of my head if they had got any good freshmen. I'm sure Gino's good at recruiting, so he'll get them.
Yeah.
And also, they're coming back tomorrow. We'll have coverage on that as well. They're going to be landing at Bradley in case you want to go welcome them back home.
Yeah.
And then they'll be at stores, I believe, by 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And we'll be on at 5 p.m., so make sure you tune in because we'll have live coverage of that.
And then, of course, there's going to be a parade at some point. I know they're going to be planning
there
that
has to be a parade.
Yes.
And, of course, we're going to have all that coverage for you as well because you have to go to the UConn parade.
It's a good time to be the basketball capital
of the world.
Of the world, there you go.
Basketball capital of the world. Yeah, no.
It's a good time in Connecticut.
Fantastic time for sure. Guys, thanks so much for hopping on here with me. I'm going to talk a little bit about the forecast, what we can expect for tonight, give folks a little bit of an update. Guys, thanks for kind of joining it. Actually, before I go in, now we got a couple other comments on here. Let's pull one of these up too. So Connie says Sarah Strong is amazing. So glad that AZ Fudd will be back as well. I mean, can't agree with you more there.
Yeah, got two of the core three for the team coming back, and that will be a good foundation for them.
It'll be so exciting to watch them again, see if they can do it again back to back.
Absolutely. Guys, thanks again. We'll talk about our forecast here. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Just the forecast would be great, full screen. Today, it was actually pretty nice. We had temperatures into the mid-50s, about 55 degrees. It was better than yesterday. We had a little bit of a wet start. But as we go through tonight, we are going to see that rain slowly start to move in. You can see off to our southwest where we have some snow, in fact. Places like Buffalo, going through Cleveland, and even through portions of Indiana. The snow itself will also work its way in our direction. So as we head through tonight, there's a live look outside over Waterbury. Right now, things are calm, not too bad out there. Temperatures will fall back down into the 30s tonight. And we'll also have that potential for some maybe snowflakes for tomorrow morning. So if you guys, and I know you guys are still mic'd up here too, so you chime in on the forecast with me.
There's still snow right now.
So we'll have
Isn't it spring?
It is spring, and it is kind of crazy back and forth. I don't think this is going to be a lot. I don't think this is going to cause a big deal for us. Maybe in those highest elevations, and you guys know where you are, in northwestern Connecticut and those higher elevations of eastern Connecticut and Tolland County there, Stafford, Union, Crystal Lake, that general area. Maybe a few light snow showers there, a coating at the very most. And then all of this wraps up by mid-morning, and then we're just going to stay cloudy through Monday afternoon, a few sprinkles Monday night, and then we're in good shape as we go through the day on Tuesday. So again, not talking about a whole lot of impacts, but you're going to notice a wet start as we head through tomorrow morning. A few spots we'll see a few little snow showers or some mixed precip, but again, nothing that's going to be all that crazy there. Chilly, though, this week. It's going to be breezy on Tuesday with temperatures in the low 40s, so that means it's going to feel more like the 20s and 30s on Tuesday. So
can you put a crying emoji there on
I bet I could. Honestly, I bet I could do that because I feel like that's pretty warranted. I feel like when you see that and it's just cold and chilly, that's not the best. But I'll say, look at the end of the 10-day forecast there.
I like that.
Yeah.
And next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're back to the 60s. We got a little bit of more wet weather on the way for Friday, Saturday, for this upcoming Friday and Saturday. But once we get past that, it looks it looks more like spring for us.
Yes.
So hopefully that stays permanent. It's not going to be like fake spring. We're going to have like third winter.
It is April. Like it is April, so I will say, record goes to show for us. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can finally, because I want to get outside. I want to go hiking. I want to do all that stuff. I love doing yard work. Everyone always makes fun of me for it, but I love doing yard work.
Do you want to come over? Don't get
That's what everyone always says too.
Yeah.
But oh man, it was just that time of year,
Yeah,
where
April showers.
May flowers.
May flowers.
Hey,
Exactly.
pretty soon it's gonna be May.
Yeah.
It's gonna
had to throw that in there.
Sync reference.
We'll talk. There you go. We'll talk more about the forecast, guys, at 11. Of course, we're gonna have the latest on the women, their big win over USC.
Yes.
And we'll have the latest from Matt and Gabby, as well as from Jeremy. And of course, you'll catch Bree and I on air as well. Of course, I don't want to forget about David. David also is working hard on the sports segment too, so he'll be live with us as well. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Love giving you guys these little updates. We'll see you guys at 11 o'clock.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Take care.